What's going on, YouTube? This is Joezmcfly. I'm hitting you up with another video right now. This is actually going to be our Q&A video. So I'm going to be answering a couple of your questions that were submitted in the last couple of days. Just a couple of questions for you guys. Let's just hop right up into it because the weather's not looking too good. Just a little bit of news though before I do start. It looks like Jordan Montgomery will be coming up to make a start tomorrow. Now that's important because if we have Jordan Montgomery for tomorrow, it allows the Yankees to push every pitcher back, which puts our best foot forward against the Red Sox. It means we have CC on Thursday, we have Gray on Friday, Tanaka for Saturday, and Severino versus Sale for Sunday. So I think that that's a great job by the Yankees right now, and I think this is probably going to be the last time that we see Jaime Garcia in the rotation unless he throws a freaking like 1-hit or 2-hit shutout tonight, if we don't get rained out, because right now it's looking like rain. But let's see. I'm still trying to get tickets for tonight. Still thinking about it. Waiting a little bit to the last minute to see if I should go buy the tickets or not. But let's get right into these questions here, okay? So I wanted to do this at home, but I had a couple of things to do, but I can do it now. Our first question actually comes from Sean Nitch, and he says, what should the Yankees do with Matt Holliday? So I actually received the same question from Yankee Central 99. He said, who do you think the odd man out is when Holliday returns? And okay, so this is what I think. The odd man out is going to, I don't think it's going to be an odd man out per se, because it depends on how Holliday's playing. If you're hot, you play. And I believe, I think I said that on the last video, but it's about the best players are playing. If Hicks is not playing, if he's not doing well, then he's not going to play. It's going to be Ellsbury. If Gardner's not going to play well, it's going to be another outfielder. So that's basically what's going to happen out there. More of a mix and match situation. I think because of the way Headley has played, he's earned the right to definitely play. I think Todd Frazier's time is going to get cut into, even though defensively he's really good. I think if Bird is playing well, Bird is going to play. So those are the things that I see. And I think Holliday has to come back because he hasn't hit now for about 2 months, 2.5 months now, since before the All-Star break. So, since he had that sickness, so he has something to prove. So let's see. So the next question comes from GOAT LeBron, and he says, who do you think will stay on the Yankees for their whole career, Gary or Judge? Well, if I had to pick, I think they'll both be there. I think probably Gary Sanchez more, because I think that he'll probably get better as he gets older and he's younger. Plus, it's not easy to find 30-plus home run hitting catchers. I'm sorry. There's not that many of them out there. So I guess if I had to pick, I'd pick Gary. But to be honest, I think both of them. So I think they both bring two different things to the game. So if I had to pick one, Gary Sanchez. Our next question actually comes from Swaggy Shep. So he says, name your top 5 shortstops. I'm going to take it as he said, top 5 shortstops this year. Now, I'm not going to say this in any particular order, but I'm going to say you got to give Alderson Simmons his due because of his defense and what he has done with the bat this year. You got to give Lindor a nod. You got to give Didi Gregorius a nod because of what he has done this year. And he missed a month. You got to put Seager in there, and you got to put Carlos Correa in there. Those are the top 5 shortstops that I think are in baseball, with Xander Bogaerts probably number 6, and that's it there. Travis Ferguson asks, realistically speaking, what big-name free agents or trades do you think the Yankees get by 2019? Also, Sean Sura said, Red Sox fan here, and I love your content, not gonna lie. Thank you so much for that. For the Q&A, do you think the Yankees are going to make any major offseason moves within, or let their talent develop and just maybe pick up a couple of pieces? Okay, so I wanted to couple these two together because they're kind of talking about the same thing there. So I think the Yankees are going to make some changes, of course, in free agency. I don't know what you consider big free agency moves. I don't think to the position players, I don't think that they're going to do anything. In terms of pitching, starting pitching, why not? There's going to be some starting pitchers that are going to be out there, most notably Yu Darvish. Also, you're going to have, well, there's going to be a lot of different free agent starting pitchers. The number one guy that I was thinking about was Yu Darvish. But Yankees can also go and try to get Otani. Did not know, DP Lennon actually said that Cashman was actually on his way to Japan to go take a personal look and look at Shohei Otani himself with his own two eyes. So I think the Yankees are going to dive into that. Plus, they traded for a lot of international signing bonus, and we're going to see what they do there. But I think that if there are going to be changes, it's going to happen in the starting rotation. Maybe you add a lefty in the pen. To position players, I don't think that much, because I think they see Miguel Andujar either for third base, or they actually see Gleyber Torres, who's coming back from his Tommy John surgery, as another person to be able to take over. All right, so our next question actually comes from Zeus Matrix. He says, do you think Gary Sanchez is going to be a better hitter than Judge, if not already better than Judge? I do think that he is a better hitter than Judge just because of his swing. I just hope that his swing doesn't become loopy like it has been. But I think that he can become a better hitter than Judge. Now, we're talking about hitter, not power hitter. The reason I specifically say hitter is because I think that Judge has a bit more on the contact rate than what Judge does. Sometimes he can go for those, 3-4 hit days or nights, especially if he's going the other way. I can say the same thing for Judge when he's smacking the shit out of the ball, but I think that his whiff rate is too high to compete with Sanchez. Sanchez doesn't strike out nearly as much as Judge. Jason Rojas actually asked, how far do you think the Yankees are going to make it in the playoffs? I think that the Yankees can either exit in the first round, or they can win the World Series. That's basically how it is. All you have to do is get into the playoffs. If you could get in the dance, then you have a chance. Remember, I said that. And the Yankees, if the bullpen gets it together, if Chapman gets it together, which we don't know because mentally I don't know what's going on up there, if the Yankees start, their abilities to win one-run games kind of, gets me nervous when it comes to playoff time, but you never know. And the other thing is, if the Yankees are able to hit in the clutch and with runners in scoring position, can they do that in the playoffs? And of course, anything can happen. We seen the Mets, and I hate to bring up the Mets, but we seen the Mets when they made their World Series run. They were not World Series contenders when they got in, but they got in, their pitchers got hot, and Daniel Murphy became freaking Babe Ruth, and that's why they were able to make the World Series. So anything can be able to happen. The Yankees, I think they can either, if you look at it on paper, you're not going to say that, but the way you have to look at it is just get in. Just get in. That's it. Our next question actually comes from the boss. He says that his question for the Q&A is that if Tanaka is pitching like this and Bird has any resemblance of a man of 2015, plus at least 75 to 80% of his old self, if not fully his old self, oh man, I don't understand what happened there, but what are the expectations for this team? And I think, again, the expectations are to definitely make the playoffs. I think no matter what, whether Bird or Tanaka doesn't get their shit together, the expectation is for them to make the playoffs. And not only make the playoffs, but be able to get into, a ALDS, or some sort, and then see what happens there. See how the chips fall there. And that's what I think. But I think if you have a hot-hitting Bird and you have Tanaka going hot, not giving up home runs, then again, like I said in my previous question, why not World Series? Why not? I mean, if you have Severino, you got Tanaka at the top of your rotation. Then you have CC Sabathia, who has the veteran ace-like guile from before. And, you know, why not? Why can't you do that? And you have Sonny Gray. So let's see. And then our last question actually comes from my boy Andrew. He says, would you rather face Houston or Cleveland in the first round? I'm assuming he's saying ALDS, obviously. I personally go with Houston because I'd rather face Keuchel than Kluber, and Houston's pen has been struggling throughout the second half while Cleveland's pen is getting Andrew Miller back. I completely agree. And you know what? I guess it's kind of like picking your poison there because there's Keuchel and we face them, and then, but I'd rather face Keuchel in a series than face Keuchel in a one-game playoff. So if I have to choose, I'm going to choose the team that has Tyler Clippard on it. I am sorry. I am choosing the team that has Tyler Clippard on it. And it's going to be the Astros. Of course, the Astros can hit. Of course, Correa is coming back. I understand that. But after Keuchel, who are their starters that are really dominating? I mean, McCullers was hurt. You know, he got hurt, and God knows what's going to happen when he ends up coming back. And, you know, then they have some other people. You know, at least I know the Indians have, you know, they can get to a World Series. They have the pen. They have Andrew Miller, which God knows how he is in the playoffs and coming back from whatever injury he has. No healthy Andrew Miller? Maybe I'm going toward the route of Cleveland, but I'd probably rather face Houston. Given that Houston had success against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, I don't know. It's kind of like pick your poison, as I said there. But, hey, if the Red Sox get it, why not face the Red Sox? But let me know what you guys think, man. Really good questions today on the Q&A. I'm going to try to get this out before the game, and I really do appreciate it. Remember, for next week, I'm going to do another Q&A similar, just like this. So make sure you do leave your questions toward the end. And if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you do leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this video. But as I always say, man, make sure you do keep the pinstripes on, keep them strong. And let's go Yankees, man. Hopefully we pull out this win tonight, man. Peace.